Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I did a full face of multi-use products and it didn't turn out too bad. It wasn't too disastrous. However, later on in the video, I'll be doing a test to see if in fact these are waterproof products. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please keep watching. And if you haven't already, please remember to like and subscribe as it helps me out a lot. The first multi-use product that I'm using as a base is the L'Oreal Skin Ink in the shade Neutral. This one claims to be both a foundation and a concealer hybrid, and it's meant to be extremely long wearing as well. I don't know what the coverage is going to be like on this one. The doe foot's quite bulky. The doe foot has a really scratchy consistency on the skin, but we'll give it a fair chance. I am putting a lot on because I don't know what the coverage is like of this one. The colour's actually looking quite yellow on my skin. I'll swatch it for you to see. On camera it looks okay, but in person my face looks yellow. Pat it in. It doesn't feel too bad on the skin though. It's got a lighter consistency. The coverage is not bad. It is looking a little bit patchy. It's not flattering on the skin at all. It looks really patchy. I better rub it in before it dries down. I'm scared that it's going to dry down and I haven't even blended it in properly. It is coming out quite matte. I'm working it under my eyes because it is meant to be a concealer as well. And I always need a lot of help in that area. I must admit it is a little bit blurring. I've noticed it's blurring my skin a bit. But I think maybe because it's quite mattifying. I look a bit ghostly. I look really pale. I probably could have gone with a deeper shade, I think. To be honest, I'm not really a fan of the way it's looking on my skin. I do feel like I need to put a concealer on, but I'm not, because this one is meant to be a concealer. If I was going anywhere today, I'd be putting a concealer on and setting it. The next multi-use product that I have for a contour is a Maybelline Lifter Sticks, and this is in shade 45. You can actually use these as a foundation as well. I've got one that I use as a foundation. These ones are actually brilliant multi-use products. They feel so beautiful and buttery on the skin and easy to blend. And I find I use mine as a foundation and it looks fine. But I do add concealer as well. I know this is a good product, this one. That's better. It's given me a little bit more colour. I don't know if this is cheating, but I am going to put on a little bit of the Maybelline City Bronzer just to set that contour. It also gives me a little bit more colour. I'm not going anywhere after this, so if it turns out disastrous, it's no big deal. Floors to vacuum, washing to do, so it doesn't really matter how my makeup looks. So this product here is the Maybelline Sunkisser, and you're meant to be able to use this as a blush and a bronzer to get that bronzing effect. I've used this one before and I had disastrous results. My face was just full of glitter. And I just found the colour wasn't flattering on my skin. It's got a real shimmering bronze look to it, and I felt as though it felt as though it settled into my creases. We'll give it another shot today. Last time I used this, I put way too much on, so I'm going to be a little bit more light-handed with it, just to see how it goes. I do want my makeup to look okay, even though I'm not going anywhere. See, that looks a lot better. Last time I overdid it. It's just given my cheeks a little bit of a shimmer. On camera, this looks okay, but trust me, if you saw me in person, it does not look good. I think this one is the one I'm most afraid of. This is Maybelline's Teddy Tint, and it's in the shade 15, which is Skinny Dip. This one claims to be a product that you can use on your lips, cheeks, and eyes. So that's exactly what we're going to do. The colour is gorgeous. It is a pretty nude everyday colour. I made sure I chose a colour which was going to be flattering, considering I'll be using it all over my face. I actually really do like the Teddy Tint as a lip product, but I don't know about putting it on my eyes. Okay, so we're going to use it as a blush. I think we'll just try 2 dots and see how we go. It's not looking too bad on the cheeks. It's actually really pretty on the cheeks. I like the colour. I think because the colour's beautiful, it doesn't look too bad. The Teddy Tint is quite blurring. So it is a flattering product to have on your cheeks for that reason. So I'm just starting off with 2 dots and we'll just see how it goes. I may go back and put a little bit more on, but we'll just start with 2 first. I don't think I'm going to put any more on than this. It's not looking too bad. It could have been worse. I do want to put the Maybelline Colour Tattoo across my lid before I go in with the Teddy Tint across my eyes. This one here is a gorgeous champagne shimmery colour, so I think this will look really pretty across the lid. This one here is in the shade I Am Inspired. And as you can see, it just has, it's just a slight hint of champagne. It is a pretty colour, but it doesn't really show up too much on my eyes, this one. See, it hasn't really made too much of an impact on the eye, but I just feel as though I need something across the lid if I'm going in with the Teddy Tint. Okay, now for the Teddy Tint. I think I might have to work quickly with it on my eye because the dry down time's pretty quick. Oh my goodness, I think I put too much on. Oh. In hindsight, I should have put it on my hand first, which I'll do on the other eye. It's all a learning curve, isn't it? I think I make the mistake so you don't have to. Oh. I think this one's safe to put in the crease because it does dry down blurring and matte, so it should be fine in the crease. It doesn't look too bad, but this time I'm going to pre-blend it on my hand and see if I can get a little bit more control on the other side. So just pre-blending it on my hand. This is quite a messy makeup, this one. That's much better. I've got more control and I feel as though I haven't put too much on. It's more diffused on this side. I think I look like I'm sick, or I might have a bit of pink eye going on. I'm not sure about this look. I'm just going back in with a Maybelline to see if I can get a little bit of an inner corner highlight with it, which I can. It gives a really nice inner corner highlight. I think I definitely need this to distract from the rest of the disaster on my eye. I just feel as though I need something under the eye, so I'm just going in with my Maybelline City Bronzer and I'm just going to dust this on my lower lashes. I just need to even out the look a little bit more. My under eye bags are standing out a lot. I definitely need a lot more coverage with a concealer. I don't think this is enough. I'm going to try and fix the situation up a bit. I'm going in with my L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner, and this one's in the shade Intense Black. This eyeliner is also long wearing, so every product I'm putting on my face today will not budge. So that's a bonus. I'm just going to smudge it out a little bit so it's not so harsh. If you watch my videos before, you know the drill. I love to do a little bit of a baby wing, my slanted brush. I think I can improve it with some mascara. I think that's what we need. So keeping in theme with long wearing makeup, I'm using my Maybelline Sky High, and this one is waterproof. It's a tapered end, which is quite small to get into all those lashes. This is one of my favorite mascaras. I have so many favorite mascaras from the drugstore. I've nearly finished this one. I'm due to buy another one. Maybelline Sky High to the rescue. This is already looking a lot better with mascara. What I like about this wand, it's an incredibly flexible wand. That's what I really like about this product. It gets right into those tricky little lashes. I just feel as though I look sick. Just going to pop a little bit of Builder Brow on, try and sort these brows out. I have really coarse eyebrows and they don't cooperate. They don't go where I want them to go. I don't need a lip liner with a Teddy Tint because it has this awesome doe foot, which is great to apply to the lips. So I don't need to worry about a lip liner. Ugh! I'm not meant to put it on my teeth. Back to the Teddy Tint again. This seems to be the star of the show. The Teddy Tint's beautiful on the lips. It is stunning. I love this colour. It just has this amazing blurring effect. I actually think this has helped a lot because it's detracting the attention away from my red eyes. I've just got my Maybelline Fit Me here, so I am going to set my under eyes. I just can't not. Thank goodness for the Fit Me. It is actually making my under eyes look so much better. As you can see, the multi-use products actually do work. You can get a decent makeup look out of it. It's not great, and it does look a little bit patchy here and there, but it can be done. You can get an entire look from just a few products. To be honest, I think these are great if you're going somewhere overnight and you don't want to take too much makeup with you, maybe just 3 or 4 products. I think that these are great for that when you want to pack lightly. However, I don't think I'd want to be doing this every day. I feel like the skin under your eyes is quite delicate, so you need a concealer that's formulated for that under eye area, particularly as you get older. I'll probably find later on that I have quite a lot of creasing from this product. This pigmentation here is also a good test for coverage, and I must admit it has covered this up really well. Just felt as though it wasn't flattering around the eye area. So this is the final look. To be fair, it didn't turn out as bad as what I thought. I have used these products before in other videos, and it has been a complete disaster. So I think I've learnt from those mistakes I've made in the past. These products claim to be sweat resistant, waterproof, humidity proof. So I've been wanting to do this for such a long time. I don't have a swimming pool to test it in, so I'm going to dip my face into water and we will see if they indeed are waterproof. Tying my hair up so it's out of the way. Okay, so I have a bowl full of water and I'm going to dip my face into it just to see if this makeup stays looking the way it does right now. And it's cold water as well. Wish me luck. Woo. Dab it off a little bit. Just be careful not to rub it too hard because I don't want to disturb the makeup. Well, look at that. It looks exactly the same. Look, I must admit that is impressive. My makeup looks pretty much the same as it did before I put my face in that water. So if you are going on a holiday and you'll be swimming, you can indeed wear all of those products and it will not budge. The mascara has stayed intact. Everything has stayed intact. Even my brows. Even my brows are still on. Although I'm not too happy with my makeup, they do everything they claim to do. I've always wanted to do that. Well, that's it. Once again, thank you so much for joining me and I hope you all have a wonderful week and I'll see you in my next video.